Okay, let's talk about something that makes a lot of French learners sweat. That dreaded pronoun order. But what if I told you it's not actually chaos? What if it's just a secret code? A code that's actually pretty easy to crack. Just look at this thing. J'y tiens donne. I mean, seriously, what is that? It looks like a total word jumble, right? Like someone just threw a bunch of tiny words at a verb and hoped for the best. But here's the thing. There is a perfect, unbreakable logic behind it. I promise. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go on a little decoding mission. I'm going to show you the one simple rule, the secret key, that puts every single one of those pronouns in its proper place every time. And by the end of this, that crazy-looking sentence, it's going to make perfect sense. All right. Section 1. Reviewing the pronoun players. You know, before we can crack any code, we've got to know who the key players are, right? So let's do a quick review of our complement pronouns. First up, we have the direct object, or what the grammar books call the COD. This guy answers the question who or what right after the verb. Super simple. Like, je vois le chat. I see what? The cat. So you swap it out and get je le vois. Easy enough. And then you've got its partner in crime, the indirect object, or COE. This one answers to whom or for whom. And the big clue here, the thing to look for, is almost always that little preposition à. So if you have je parle à Marie, I'm speaking to whom? To Marie. That becomes je lui parle. See? That à is your trigger. Okay, so take a look at this chart. What's kind of cool here is the pattern. You see how for me, you, us, and you guys, so me, te, nous, vous, the direct and indirect pronouns are exactly the same? No difference. The only place you really have to pay attention is in the third person. That's where we get le, la, les for direct, but lui and leur for indirect. And that little difference? Oh yeah, that's going to be super important in just a minute. And to round out our team, we have two special players. You've got que. Think of it as the where pronoun, the location specialist. It usually replaces a place. Then there's all, which is our quantity guy. It handles amounts or anything that comes after de. And that's it. That's the whole lineup. Okay, section 2, the ultimate pecking order. So now we know all the players on the field, but here's the big question. What happens when you have 2 or 3 or even more of them in the same sentence? Who goes first? Well, it's not a free-for-all, I can tell you that. There is a very strict hierarchy, a kind of ultimate pecking order. And here it is. This is the secret formula, the master key to everything. It's so simple when you see it laid out. At the very top, the VIPs are me, te, se, nous, vous. They are the leaders of the pack. They always go first. No exceptions. Right behind them, you get the direct objects, le, la, les. Then come the indirects, lui, leur. And bringing up the rear, you have our specialists, E for location and dead last, on for quantity. That's the order, every single time. And the most important thing to get is that this order is completely fixed. It's not a suggestion, it's a rule. They always line up in this exact order, right before the verb. Think of it like a blueprint. Once you have this blueprint, you can build any sentence you want. Section 3, putting the puzzle together. Okay, enough theory. We have the code, we have the blueprint. Let's actually use it. Let's put this puzzle together and see how it works in the wild. Okay, example 1. We'll start with something pretty straightforward. Je donne ce cadeau à Philippe. I give this gift to Philippe. So we've got two things here we want to replace. This gift and to Philly. So step 1 is always to identify your players. Ce cadeau answers what. So that's our direct object. It becomes le. À Philippe answers to whom. So that's our indirect object. It becomes lui. Okay, so our two pronouns are le and lui. Now for the magic part. We go back to our pecking order. Where do le and li fall in line? Well, le is a step 2 direct object, and lui is a step 3 indirect object. The order says step 2 comes before step 3. So you just slot them in right before the verb, je le lui donne, and that's it. It's perfect. All right, you ready to level up? Let's try a harder one. Je te donne des cadeaux à Paris. I give you gifts in Paris. Now we're talking. We've got 3 things to replace here. This is where that secret code really starts to shine. Okay, let's break it down. Who are our players? First, we have te, which is for you. That's one of our step 1 leaders. Then we have à Paris. that's a place, so that's our e pronoun. And finally, de cadeau, some gifts, that's a quantity, so it becomes all. So our three intenders are te, y, and all. Now, what does the hierarchy say? Okay, let's run them through our formula. T is a step 1 boss, so it goes right to the front of the line. Y is way down at step 4 for location, and N is dead last at step 5 for quantity. So the order has to be T, Y, N. You put it all together, and what do you know? Je tiens don, it's the exact sentence from the very beginning. The code is cracked. And notice that little detail. T becomes T apostrophe just so it flows nicely with Y. T. Section 4, your final grammar cheat sheet. So, after all that, what's the one big thing you need to walk away with? Let's boil this all down into one final super simple cheat sheet that you can take with you. Here it is. This is it. The only thing you really need to remember. Your pronoun lineup. Number 1, the leaders. Number 2, the directs. 3, the indirects. 4, location. 5, quantity. Burn this order into your brain. This is your formula for success. And the amazing part is, it never, ever changes. So there you have it. You have officially mastered the secret order for French pronouns in regular sentences. But I'm going to leave you with one final question to chew on. What do you think happens when you give a command? Does this beautiful, perfect order stay the same, or does it get thrown completely out the window? Well, that is a puzzle for another day.